Hey everybody. Guess what? I'm finally coming back to Pekin Pines. It's been too long, I know. I'm so happy a lot of you have been asking for it. And it's time to do more because we still have questions that remained unanswered. I've been traveling a lot lately, and when I am not traveling, it's been rough to want to do like a whole bunch of voice acting and stuff like that, just because I'm literally so tired and my voice hurts from talking all the time. But we're back. So last time we found out that the shopkeeper has been basically trying to protect Grandmama and has been doing some shady shit. Listen. There's a whole bunch of things going on. An ice explosion froze us, and we're gonna go back and try some different things. That's where we last left. Not that. Now I just have to remember all the controls.
The cold. Beck leapt up, allowing the suction to yank her into the dark.
Can I go to the tree? B.
Dimness eclipsed around her like the shutter of a camera.
Let's see.
As she seemed to cover great distance in mere moments.
Okay, I'm plugged in.
Her only points of she heard the once. Then, all of a sudden, as if minutes had passed in an instant, light blazed into view.
Wait. Go back.
A burst of wintry air snuffed across her face, and she was flung out into the cold.
Okay, hold on. All right, well... Right, can't do it in the chapter. Okay, we took the tube.
That was... intense. Yeah.
I think I might have parted with some fluids in there.
Any idea where we are? Somewhere cold.
Doesn't look like it got any of us.
I didn't feel like we traveled that far.
So, where did it all go?
This place sucks. Why would anyone even want to blow something up here? Only one way to find out, I suppose. We gotta catch up with Nuncreed. I think he went this way.
Okay, let's see... Okay, great. We've got our things. Catch up to Mr. Nuncreed. Oh, I love all the little art on the side. Okay, so I think we were doing the right thing. Okay, so I sort of just skimmed through that, but that's okay. That's totally fine. We're still doing it. Okay, Nuncreed, you got some explaining to do. Everything's on ice.
This looks
familiar, yeah?
Maybe we can clear off the snow.
No time. Oh, that's the wrong voice.
No time. Nuncreed's getting away.
Okay. Oh gosh. The sound of the crunching of the snow is very accurate.
Okay, this is starting to feel real familiar.
I may not be the most well-versed in things, Pekin Pines, but this does look like some sort of frozen replica of the town.
Oh, I got it. It's so obvious now. Mr. Nuncreed is an alien.
Rolo.
Stick with me here. His species can only live in sub-zero temperatures.
Oh boy, here we go.
The source is the base camp dimension, so naturally they keep it cold. We found it by traveling through those metallic wormholes back there. The final objective: kill us all and shapeshift into a Pekin Pine citizen of their choosing.
You never really had me, but you very much lost me there.
You'll get used to it. We should keep moving.
Okay. So the tube took us... This is very, like, Pekin Pines. Did it already happen? Like, did they already explode?
As they rounded the corner to the frozen town square,
oh, Grandmama.
they spotted Mr. Nuncreed inching cautiously toward a pit at its center.
Okay. Is this the old Pekin Pines? Did we just move everything to a new Pekin Pines and just ignored everything that happened?
He held his arms out gingerly, as if approaching a beast in the wild.
Okay, we did it. We catch up.
Upon closing the distance, Luka recognized what Nuncreed was after.
Mama.
Gran stood confidently at
Grandmama.
the edge, one arm outstretched over the abyss.
Grandmama, what are you doing?
Nearby, a wheelbarrow had been emptied out. She held a lit torch, which flickered in the bitter wind.
She's gonna defrost everything. Listen, Grandmama's trying to save old Beacon Pines, I think.
Juniper, I don't know what you think you're doing, but I assure you this is not going to solve anything. If you drop that, you've doomed this whole town. Oh, it wasn't me who doomed this town. I've been watching you, Joseph. I know what you've done. You and your co-conspirators. Grant? What's happening? Luka, you and your friends need to leave right this moment.
Mr. Nuncreed turned back toward the kids, desperation in his eyes.
How did I stop playing this game at such a pivotal point, y'all? I'm sorry. I'm sucked back in.
Listen to your grandma, Luka. This is between me and Juniper.
Rolo and Beck held steadfast in awe. Luka approached closer. Mr. Nuncreed spun back toward Gran, his voice growing louder.
I can't do this voice louder, I'm sorry.
You've got it all wrong, Juniper. Just hand over that torch. You don't understand what you're doing. How can I possibly trust you to do the right thing? Walt told me everything. He trusted you, and you betrayed that trust.
Wait, is Walt my grandpa or my dad?
Luka, did you know that this man's entire life is a lie?
Yeah, I figured as much. It's creepy.
If it weren't for him, your father might still be alive.
Mr. Nuncreed winced with anguish. His voice hardened.
That's not true.
They both now yelled, not to each other, but at fate itself.
I mean, that's fair. I do a lot of yelling at fate.
Making their peace with long-held burdens. The wind howled with encouragement.
Walt was like a brother to me. Brother. Mi hermano.
We just had different ideas on how to affect change.
Very convenient that your way just happened to line your pockets.
Now, that's not fair.
They menaced at each other, both catching their breath.
I mean, when you do a lot of yelling, you gotta catch
The
your
moment
breath.
balanced on a knife's edge. Amid a blur of emotions and memories, Luka's mind flooded with questions.
Yeah, same, Luka.
The wind calmed, as if to give him the stage.
Thank you, wind. And in the stillness, he began to... We got weep.
And in the stillness, he began to weep.
Yeah, I definitely one of those people that gets so frustrated, I just start crying. Sometimes, like, I cry when I get, like, not sad, but just, like, disappointed in myself, and I hate it.
It was all just too much. Falling to his knees, Luka whimpered softly. The tears crystallized as they hit the snow.
That's some cold-ass weather.
Gran stared at Luka for a moment with warm sympathy, remembering why this was all necessary.
This all will make sense soon, Luka. Then everything can go back to normal. I promise.
She stiffened up and brandished the torch at Mr. Nuncreed.
You can't hide behind those people any longer, Joseph. Once their precious source is destroyed, we'll see where their loyalties fall. Juniper, don't.
Ignoring his final plea, Gran flung the torch into
gonna
the
die?
deep darkness.
Okay, Gran, you do you. Ciao.
She smiled and exhaled in relief. Mr. Nuncreed moaned in resignation. The torch echoed as it ricocheted down the hole, punctuated with a thunderous thud.
Okay. Kapow.
You see, Joseph, I've learned one very important lesson in life. If you want to change, then you must be willing to
Before Gran could
Sacrifice
finish,
yourself?
The ground shook her to silence.
Are we gonna go be with Walt? Our son slash husband, potentially our son's husband? Okay. Great. Thanks, Gran.
Gran only had time to spin around and run to Luka. Her attempt to shield him, an honorable but trifling act.
Yep.
Unflinching love, pitted against an unthinking horror. There was no contest. Her warm embrace froze in an instant. That is where they remain, fixed in place.
Okay.
Forever. And so, our story ends on this melancholy scene. In a town brought low by its secrets, sits the frozen statues of a misguided band of meddlers.
No!
The end.
We gotta figure out a way.
Well, that was dire. On the bright side, we finally figured out where all the ice is coming from. Now, we just need to find a way to deal with a mystic, unfathomable force of nature.
Fair. Wait, I read that as a wheelp. Okay, we only have weep, so...
And it was all just falling to the tears.
Okay.
Gran stared at Luka for a moment with warm sympathy, remembering why this was all necessary.
Okay, let's see. We've done those, we've done those, we've done those, we've done that one, we've done that one. Okay, we haven't flighted. Okay, so that's the one we haven't done yet. So we will do this one. We'll go back in time. Oh, these guys. Okay, Luka's mind raced. He was caught in a trap. What to do when there's no hope? Iggy wiped his cheeks with his sleeve. What are you gonna do, Luka? Luka drew himself up and decided to take the only option he had left. Flight! Fight or
Luka
flight?
drew himself up, and he squinted down the barrel of the mission control defense cannon, aiming it through an opening in the dense tree branches.
Iggy's Iggy's the bully. Okay, let's
He
go.
looked up with surprise as it struck true and taut.
Wow, I can't believe that worked. Hey, Mr. Kerr. We'd love to hear your thoughts, but I'm afraid we have places to be. Come on, Iggy. See ya, jerks.
Whee! Sigh. We know where that leads them. This way, we'll take the tunnels. The tunnels. Oh yeah, the tunnels we just discovered.
Luka and Iggy winced as they sprinted through the thicket. The branches clawed at them, reluctant to give passage. After what felt like a marathon, Luka stopped in his tracks as they reached the clearing. What the? That was all he was able to say before Iggy slammed into his back.
Fair.
The boys tumbled down a steep decline and crashed with a wheezing thud on a surface as hard as ice. In fact, it was ice.
Oh shit, everything is frozen
Chapter 5.
again.
Signs. They stood silently, catching their breath. The sky was like sapphire. With each breath, a plume of steam escaped from Luka's lungs. Let's keep moving. Luka pulled Iggy to his feet as they gazed across a snowy terrain.
That was actually pretty badass. Uh-huh. I think we lost him. Are we up in the mountains? I don't think so. If anything, we went downhill. Then what's up with the Winter Wonderland? All I know is there's no going back the way we came. Let's see if we can get our bearings. Follow me.
Okay, well, oh, okay.
A disc of smooth metal was lightly covered in snow. Two faint seams were visible along the surface.
A manhole cover? If it is, I've never seen one like this.
Okay. Now we've sort of entered a point like this is the last one, so I'm betting either this is the true ending or... Oh shit. Oh, we need more words. What's the readout? Sitting just above 258 Kelvin. Hold on. What in Fahrenheit is that? Because Kelvin is bigger than Celsius. 258 Kelvin. Kelvin to degrees. Oh, no, that's cold. That is negative 15? 15 is not a real degrees. 15. Negative 15 Celsius, which, what is that in Fahrenheit? That's 4 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, now we have, that's cold. That's way too cold. That's a bit, that's down a bit from last time. Should we report it to Mr. Kerr? Meh, still within safe ranges. It may be spreading, but it's under control for now. Even a small nudge in the equilibrium could cause a cascade. Dude, relax. Just a few more sites to hit before we can punch out. Let's get this over with. They probably get frozen too, right? In those outfits.
What's all this? Hard to say with all the snow.
I think it's a town sign. I can almost make out the letters under there.
What town could this even be?
It's Beacon Pines.
It could be another town this deep in Weep Wood.
I'm looking at evidence to the contrary.
Let's figure out what we're dealing with here. Step 1, snow's gotta go. I'll see what I can do.
We need a flamethrower. Quick. Okay, so that way is the Uzi place. Let's try this place. Okay, so we can only go the one way. Oh, what's this? Snow. Oh, maybe we can like throw it at. Yeah. I called it.
The boys stared in disbelief at the sign that now clearly read, "Welcome to Beacon Pines."
Listen.
This doesn't make any sense. We're in Beacon Pines? How's that possible? We ran away from town. How did we get back here? I guess we got turned around.
Where did all this snow come from?
Well, it's been colder than normal lately.
That's a pretty big difference between sweater weather and this Arctic hellscape. That's how I feel about snow, Iggy, all the time. I hate snow.
The puddle we fought at before, it was cold too. Maybe it all leads to a source.
You think it's related? What the hell is going on?
We're gonna get some answers. Let's keep moving.
Okay. Okay, we're back here. Oh, Luka. Luka, are you there?
Luka had almost forgotten the walkie-talkie he was carrying.
I don't know. It's on the other line.
Oh, it's that bozo Kier.
I hope nothing bad has happened to you in those woods.
Luka looked at Iggy with hesitation.
Throw it out. No need to be rude.
With a resigned sigh, Luka responded.
It seems like the only dangerous thing in the woods is you.
Oh, sick burn. He speaks, the young man of the hour. Now, how in tarnation did you end up with one of our radios? I stole it.
Just lucky, I guess.
Boy, howdy, you Van Horns are full of surprises, aren't you?
You knew my parents?
I never had the honor of meeting your father, but your mom sure was a handful.
Luka winced, shoving the walkie-talkie back into his pocket.
We gotta keep moving.
Okay.
This stuff looks familiar to you? It looks like the barrel near the paddle, I guess.
Shoved me into, yeah. Listen, Iggy, you can't be too upset. You were being an asshole, okay? I did what was necessary.
The fencing listened, each chain link encapsulated with a translucent layer of ice.
Looks like the stuff they put up around Weep Wood. The stuff who put up? I don't know.
Okay, just checking. Just checking, Iggs. Okay, what's in here?
Looking
It's all
down
frozen.
the frozen stream, Luka could faintly see a school of minnows encased in the ice.
Oh, not the minnows.
Whatever happened here, it happened fast. The fish didn't have time to run.
Oh my god. I just realized, what if that is Grandmama and not our mama, but our parents are like frozen in this weird other Beacon Pines? We're gonna find statue parents, huh? Okay, let's see what's over here. Anything? Anything? This b-ball hoop?
The crunching of footsteps trailing Luka went hush. He looked back to see Iggy's face twisted with confusion.
Everyone's gone. What? There's nothing here but more snow. There must be an explanation for this. We have to keep looking. You can look all you want. I quit. Iggy, we have to keep going.
You don't get it, do you? This is one of your pathetic Hank Atomic stories.
We aren't gonna save the day. We aren't even gonna save ourselves. My face is mangled. The town is destroyed. And everyone we've ever known is gone. We don't know that. You can't just quit.
Do whatever you want. I mean, Iggy's right.
I'm done. Iggy, it's gonna be okay.
Everything's
Luka
gonna be
peered
just
upward
fine.
At the darkening sky, he let out a long, foggy breath. Faintly, Iggy began to cry.
I mean,
Seeing Iggy in such a
Iggy is
pathetic
very
state
realistic.
gave Luka a sense of compassion and more than a little guilt.
It is getting pretty late, I think. Probably not a great idea to stumble around in the dark anyway.
Luka allowed himself to collapse next to Iggy.
Please don't sleep here.
Let's just rest for a bit.
The boys huddled together for warmth and comfort. If not for exhaustion, their minds would be racing, trying to make sense of the events of the day. As it was, all they had energy for was to sit in silence, numb.
Maybe, can we, like, do that inside? Maybe inside a little bit? Maybe? Maybe inside? No? Okay.
The way the snow covered everything over is kind of calming. Yeah. I haven't had time to say it, but thanks. Huh? For getting us away from those creeps. I sort of froze up back there. Iggy, I should be the one apologizing. This all happened because I lost my temper.
Nah, that's bull hockey.
First of all, you didn't know what that gunk would do. You didn't, right?
I mean... I did. It was another timeline where I figured it out, so I knew it was going to do that, I think, if I remember correctly.
Of course not. And second, stop with this baloney about losing your temper. But I did lose my temper.
Iggy motioned sarcastically to his half-deformed face.
Obviously.
But that's exactly what you should have done. Huh?
I was being a horse ass. You were supposed to be a horse ass in response. That's how it works.
Iggy, I'm having a hard time following. You wanted me to fight you?
Of course.
Geez, you're a goody-goody type. Take forever to understand this very basic point. Why would you go around saying cruel things trying to get into fights?
Iggy shrugged.
It's something to do.
You're an asshole because you're bored? Sometimes I just feel empty. You wouldn't understand. You and Rolo are always having a blast together. Laughing and calling that dinky little treehouse mission control.
Iggy now wept openly.
He just wants a friend. Him as a bully because he got no friends.
Perfect little Luka Van Horn. With his perfect little life. My life is not perfect. Everybody in town likes you. Not everybody.
Hell, that new girl hasn't even unpacked it and she already likes you.
You have Tish.
He wiped his nose with a sleeve.
I love Tish. Tish is great. But she ain't exactly world's greatest conversationalist, you know?
Luka gave a warm chuckle.
I get that impression.
Iggy cleared his throat as he wiped his eyes.
Huh, it must be raining out here. Definitely.
Iggy arched into a wide yawn.
We should probably try and get some sleep.
Yeah.
Let's lay low for now. Tomorrow we'll get to the bottom of all this.
Luka's eyelids began to slowly drift shut.
Luka? Yeah?
I always did want to see the inside of your dinky little treehouse.
What do you think? Not bad. I'll give you the full tour when we get back.
You know what?
That's all Luka could whisper before succumbing to sleep.
In the fucking cold? It's like negative 15 degrees Celsius. It's 4 degrees out here. We're gonna freeze to death.
Iggy snuggled in some more.
We're gonna literally die out here of hypothermia.
When it comes to the worst days of my entire life, this wasn't half bad.
We're dead. If we survive the night, I'm gonna be
The house
shocked.
smelled of warm bread.
Excuse me? We're dying. This is like what you see before you die.
Luka was playing with toy blocks on the living room rug. He looked up to see his parents on the couch. His mother held his father's head in her lap. She idly stroked his hair while humming a song. A voice behind Luka spoke. "This is how you remember them, huh?" Luka turned to see his own face. The doppelganger from
Kermit.
his dreams, still clad in a yellow hazmat suit, still carrying a look of disdain behind empty eyes. Aww, look at this perfectly cozy scene. You know it wasn't really like this.
Maybe it was. Listen, there's a lot of different alternatives that we've been dealing with.
The figure picked up a toy block and inspected it. It's amazing the facades that one can build given the right materials. Not that I blame us. These are a child's memories, all warm and fuzzy. You don't remember, do you? Lucas snatched the block from the figure's yellow-gloved hand. Remember what? The doppelganger pointed to the couch. The last day we saw him alive.
Oh,
The
jeez.
day he chose to abandon us?
Oh gosh, listen, I conveniently ignored that, okay? Listen, I put it away. I put those memories away so I never would have to deal with them.
Luka turned to look at his father, still lounging on the couch. That's not true. He didn't abandon us. The doppelganger waved his hand dismissively.
Yeah, because didn't Nun Creed have something to do with it? I don't think he abandoned us. It was more like he had to go fulfill his destiny, which ended up in his death.
Everything is true here. It's just a matter of what we choose to see. Let me show you. The world flickered and pulsed. Luka was sitting next to his bed, listening to his heartbeat with one of his dad's stethoscopes. The doppelganger limped into the room. Now, we both know that's not how this went. He grabbed Luka's hand and guided the stethoscope to the floor. Luka heard muffled shouting, brought close by the stethoscope. It was his parents, fighting. Do you remember what we did next? Luka gave a slow nod and crept down the hall to peek through the banister. He could see the outline of his mother at the bottom of the stairs. Damn it, Walt. We can't afford to get involved in this.
Yeah, this is,
She was
exactly
scared.
what we said.
His father stepped forward. What am I supposed to do? Just watch? There's a sickness in this town, and we both know who's behind it. I swore an oath to help people.
That's true.
I won't turn my back on them. Luka's mother grabbed Walt. She was crying, pleading. I can't lose you.
That's also fair.
Walt calmly removed Eleanor's hand from his shoulder. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong.
Okay, Dad. What a dad thing to say.
I could never live with myself if I let Sharper get away with this. Eleanor raised her voice. Spare me your bullshit platitudes. What about our son? Luka flinched, dropping the stethoscope down the stairs. Walt turned with a panicked smile.
Oh, son, you weren't supposed to hear any of this.
Luka, is that you, buddy? With tears in his eyes, Luka descended the stairs. Mom? Dad? What's going on?
Why are Mom and Dad fighting?
Walt dropped to a knee to meet Luka eye to eye. Nothing, buckaroo. Your mom and I just got a little overexcited is all.
A little overexcited about saving this town.
Luka
It's fine.
placed the stethoscope against his father's chest. His heart was racing. It sounded like you were going somewhere. Walt gently removed the device from Luka's ears. Listen to me, Luka. I have some business to take care of.
Life-saving business.
I'll be back in time to tuck you in. Luka hugged his father tightly. Promise? Walt stood up and walked to the door. He glanced over his shoulder.
At least give your wife, like, a goodbye hug or kiss.
I promise. With a wink and a grin, he put on his hat and strode out into the evening sun.
I'd be so upset if my husband didn't leave without giving me a kiss and then died.
A figure approached soundlessly
Who's
from
this?
the foggy snowfall. It stood above them, lingering in contemplation. Slowly raising one hand above Iggy, it snapped out 2 brisk raps on his head. From a deep slumber, Iggy sprang up defensively.
Get your hands off me.
Whether it was the calming presence or the recognition that he was not in danger, Iggy felt his clenched fists lower.
Just what do you think you're doing?
Luka looked up, gradually remembering his whereabouts. The figure exhaled a cloud of warm vapor.
You two certainly have caused a lot of commotion.
What's that supposed to mean? Take it easy, Iggy. We were asleep minding our own business. You're the one running around knocking on people's heads.
I'm sorry if I hurt you, Iggy.
You didn't hurt nobody.
Anybody.
Huh? Oh, I see. You think you're better than me.
When it came to complete strangers, Iggy had trouble cobbling together an insult.
It's fair.
You big-headed, scarfy-necked furball.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's start this as a Duddies. Interesting choice.
Or interesting choice of words.
I mean, let's just all calm down. Who are you?
A friend. An observer. A hitchhiker on the infinite expanse of possibility.
Great. How about a name?
If you must call me something, you can call me Nat.
Iggy huffed with gratification.
How about you make a little gnat and buzz off?
Very well.
Nat began to turn away indifferently.
No, wait.
Wait. Do you live here?
You might say that.
So you know where we are.
You might also say that.
Look, pal, we just want to find a safe way out of here. You gonna help us or not?
Before knowing how to leave, one must know where they are. I love speaking in riddles.
All right, that does it. Luka, I don't know about you, but I'm getting out of here, one way or another.
Iggy turned sharply and began to stomp off.
Iggy, stop.
Enough with the riddles. Iggy, wait up.
Realizing he'd worn their patience then, Nat relented.
Very well, I suppose this isn't the time for metaphors. I'll show you how to get back home.
Luka and Iggy turned around with hope in their eyes.
Come here.
Nat took a deep breath in.
Close your eyes.
Nat exhaled slowly, then snapped his fingers.
Okay, open them.
For a brief moment, Luka and Iggy let themselves believe that some great magic was about to unfold until
wish.
they opened their eyes and found themselves in the exact same place, cold and disheartened.
This is your home. This is Beacon Pines.
Look that. We don't know how we got here. Maybe we stumbled through some tried travel-gated weak wood, or we teleported to some alternate universe. Or this is just some cruel experiment by Kieran Scoots. But this is not our home.
You're inching closer to the truth. Alas, the reality is much less fanciful.
Just give it to us straight.
So be it. As I said, this is Beacon Pines. The original, I knew it. I knew it. You both grew up here. But the town you called your home for the past several years is a replica. A remarkable achievement of engineering, to be fair, but a replica nonetheless.
That's impossible. It's too much work. You need a whole town to replicate a whole town.
Indeed, to pull off such a feat would require immense labor power. That which could be moved would be moved. That which could not would require a precise duplicate.
We would have noticed. Someone would have noticed.
You'd think so, unless the auditing was impeccable. A mind-numbing attention to detail. As for the innumerable trivialities which complete the tapestry, well, you can leave that to this miraculous thing we call a brain. It has a real aversion to discontinuity, a revulsion even. The brain has a wonderful way of soothing out the rough edges, keeping us sane.
Luka and Iggy looked around uncomfortably.
So you're saying that someone made an entirely new town and moved us all and no one noticed?
Precisely.
But why?
Why is one question that can never be answered with certainty. The best one can do is uncover.
Nat narrowed his eyes, furrowed his brow, and uttered,
The source.
Why'd you say the source like that?
Why indeed?
Luka began to laugh uncomfortably.
It's all ridiculous. There's no way that they
He
could...
looked down at his feet. His eyes started back and forth in contemplation. With a sudden pain, a thought struck him.
This is really home.
He sprinted off into the pale distance.
He's gonna go find his
As
home.
Iggy turned to follow, Nat called out.
Iggy, it's not too late to turn back. Simply head west through Weepwood. We called
Chapter
it.
6.
All right, things are getting so interesting. Whew. Okay, so I feel like we're gonna go back to our home. Our parent is gonna be frozen or something like that. We're gonna find some secrets back at home. But that's gonna have to wait till next time. So, see you then. Bye-bye.